Okay.
Okay, 1 o'clock. First order of business is Artist of the Month. And that is, drum roll, comes up here. Andy Morgan.
So is there a medium?
Medium.
At the mic.
Microphone. Oh, by the way, can I, by the way, that camera will pick up all the conversation going on around it. FYI, so be careful what you say if you're near the mic.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Sir, can you tell us about your medium and assemblage?
Sure. So, all of my life, I was always into collecting things and garbage. So, early, that wasn't very popular. Like, my mom didn't like when I brought garbage home. But, later, it became my medium of choice. And so, I like to use old papers, things I find in the road, things I find in the sidewalk. People give me stuff when they know a lot of, like I've taught workshops and all the students will bring a little bag of goodies. So I like to use, like, this is an old drawer, so you can see that. And then this is just an old brass knob, and it's solid brass, and I found it probably in a pile of junk at a store. The theme of this one, the name of it is In Between the Lines, like reading in between the lines. So we have a fortune teller, and then I'll make things. If I need something for an area, I will make, this is a piece of transparency with a astrological effect to it. Old papers, a couple of old books with texture. I use gold in my pieces. I will take, because I'm a jeweler as well, I will use copper and that's etched. So this is like a piece of etched copper on top. And so you'll find pieces from old stoves and typewriters and old books, things that you couldn't imagine anyone would use, whether it was hinges on eyeglasses or old diaries that you would throw away. And I like to, even in my artwork that I do, my painting, I'll use collage, but I like to layer. So layering is always my theme. Whether I'm painting, I probably have, maybe up to 30 layers in a piece. Not that I need them, but I'm never satisfied, right? It's like if you would have left it alone, Amy, you would have had a whole piece and you could have started new, but you didn't leave it alone. So it works sometimes for assemblage, is not always so good at painting, But, so I do, I love the layer and the layering effect. So I do a lot of pieces like this, old books, themes, and I try really hard because it became popular not to get kitschy, because it's easy to do. So anything that I have in here, nothing is glued. Everything is either screwed in, wired. It might be glued to start with to hold it in place, but everything is put in permanently. So even the glass on here, I didn't glue it in, and I did use old handmade papers for around the side. Also, on my stuff as a preservative, I do use encaustic on it. So on the inside, there's clear encaustic that you can polish up. It also makes it look older. It helps that gold to kind of stick to it. So I taught workshops, and I do teach workshops. I haven't done it in a while. In this or a light kind of a collage assemblage workshop that people can do. So if there's interest in something like that, if you let me know, it wouldn't be a one-day thing, but it would be a fun way to use some of your old papers from French trips or things that were like, I don't know why I kept that. But you can use anything from toilet paper rolls. I've got pieces that I've used, toilet paper rolls and stuff. It can be used, trust me. Thank you very
All of you should have received an email use your microphone, please, this mic. I wish I had one of those booming voices. All of you should have received an email with the minutes from the month of September, so I'd like to have a motion to waive the reading and accept the minutes from our September meeting. Janice? And second? Alice? All approved? Aye. Okay. Anybody disapprove? Okay. I'm going to read Jim Campbell, our treasurer. He was only here at our September meeting and made it known that he would be able to attend any other meetings. So he's sending me his report and I'll read it. Beginning balance for September 1st, $3,921.38. Expenses for the month of September, $1,063.15. Income, $846. Ending balance, September 30th, $3,704.23. You have a motion to approve the treasurer's report? Jane, back there. Okay, second? BJ? All approved? Aye. Any disapprovals? Okay. Sharon? Come on up.
Hi, everybody. I take care of Art and Park and the Bentonmore Paint Store and Chelsea's Creamery. And I have sign-ups over here. I think most of you already know. You can come over and sign up. Chelsea's Creamery for 1 month, and we had some very good success there. And the other one is the Benjamin Paint Store in Sunset Point, and that is up for 3 months. And it's up for 3 months because a lot of people come in, they buy paint, and they look around, they see the paintings, and then they come back and they're gone. We did at the beginning, less time. We found that more success if we leave it up for 3 months. Other than that, we have Art and Park. We had our first one in October. We only had 8 people participating, and unfortunately, we tried to make it look like there was a lot more, and there was not a lot of traffic. But saying that, almost everybody sold, and most of them did really well. So we're really pleased about that. So the more participation we have, the more people there, the more it draws people in. We're going to be putting these flyers up around downtown, and it will show. Mary did this, by the way. Isn't that beautiful? And she always does this for me. I don't know how to do it, and she does a great job. And this will be on Facebook, Instagram, websites. We're putting it all over the place, so we should have good people following, and people will be following us and coming there. Like I said, the next one is November 6th. And we now have 10 people. I'm hoping we'll get a few more. The next one after that is December 11th, January 15th, February 5th, March 12th, and April 2nd. And if you can't attend a meeting and you want to join up, you can send it to the box office, PO box, and send your check in. If you do, it's $25 for each show. And you have to be a juried member, just so everybody knows too. That is, I have to check. If you send it in and you're not, I'm going to have to send the check back. But you send it in, and on the check, you write it out to the Creative Artists Guild. That's who it's paid to. And then you put in the little memo, put what month you're going to go for. If you want to do November, write November on it, December, just so we know which months to mark you down for. And that's it. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, Bart Conley?
I think you can hear me anyways. I do Marguerite's Cafe, and it's a 2-month rotation. I'm looking at November, it's a Tuesday. We do the exchange from 2:20 to 3 o'clock. So the 2 months, November 1st to January the 3rd, I also do Barbara Ponce Library. And that is December 10th to February 11th. And that's on a Saturday that we do the exchange, and we do it at 11 o'clock before the library opens. And it is a gallery hanging system there, so we can take some really large paintings. As Mickey knows, we had some beautiful ones of her elephants up there that everybody just loved. And we now have a really spectacular, we changed it last Saturday, and it really looks good. Has some good comments about it. We're not doing any business, any sales there as such, but it's such a great display place for your large paintings. So if you consider it storage, safekeeping, whatever, and you know, the patrons really enjoy it. So see me if you want to sign up for that. We've been doing really well with Marguerite's. I think through the summer we had at least 6 paintings sold, and I'm not sure what's going on there right now, but there were 4 or 5 spaces empty, so they don't always tell me if it's a sale or not ahead of time, so I won't really know for sure. We usually have at least a couple of sales on a Marguerite, so see me about that. Again, we do have to be jury for all these display things, so if you're not jury, get it done. Thank you.
When is the next one at the library?
The library, the next change, it's Saturday, December 10th, and it will be through to February 11th.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Barbara Ponce.
Mary Ted. Come up, please.
Well, January is going to be a very busy month. We have the Francis Wilson Playhouse, which opens on the 12th. We'll be ending on the 11th at this point. If you wanted to go in there, it's a small venue. So 1 or 2 pieces will be maximum. You can sign up on the table. It's $5 per piece. Okay? That's January. Now, also in January, the day before, on January the 10th, we're going to go into Nature's Fruit Patch. And their cafe is at least as big as this room with a gallery hanging system. It also is $5 a piece, and you can put just about as many pieces in there as you want. We're going to have tags printed up for both shows, which will give the price, your contact information for purchasing. You're responsible for purchasing and for sale. There's no commission. However, they do ask you to donate 20% of your proceeds to your favorite charity. And my name is Charity, by the way. They are going to sponsor a reception. If a painting is sold and you want to replace it with another one, you can do so. And the tentative drop-off and is at 6 p.m. on January 10th. Tentative. I'll be sending out more information. Again, you can sign up for it back over here on the table, and I will get your email and your phone number and communicate with you as information comes in. Okay?
Question.
Yes.
My question is, if you're going to have tags, when should that information, do you have a deadline for?
I'll be setting that up.
We'll be sending that out. It's going to be, it will be in December,
Okay,
all right?
okay.
I'll be back and available to do that we'll live in this country. And we'll get that into law.
Okay.
Okay? Yes.
I will be here for sign-ups for that. I'll be here in this place. That'll be-
She's gonna, yeah, Alice is gonna take care of collecting money and any additional signatures.
Ted, how long is that show going to be at?
4 months. 4 months. This is the first one.
Long-term storage.
Now, they say they do sell, they do, artists do sell pieces there. And it's a really nice place, it's packed apparently during the day. Now, how many people buy, I don't know. Anyway, it goes from January the 10th to April 7th. We have a second hanging in the same location, October 10th to January 5th of 2024.
Wow, 2024, you said.
Yeah, I'm not signing anybody up for that one. And last but not least, we have Art on the Patio, which is a solo show. There's no commission, no fee. Just show up, put your art on the fence. This is at the Sandpiper Coffee Roaster Cafe, right up here on Main, Douglas, just north of Pioneer Park. I do well there. Denise has done well there. Eric's going in November. So we've had some good representation and some good results. Anyway, there's one exhibitor. You have your choice of the second or third Friday of the month. The show runs from 8 to 2. Pens are hung on the fence by wire. There should be there's tables in front of that fence. You don't have any paintings between them, so nobody hits them. You should be using your CAD pricing tags, which you can download from the website. You have to be on site to sell your product, and you should promote your own event through Facebook or whatever social media posters. I take the posters down, put them in the Chamber of Commerce, and they happily take them, just identify them. Ted Haynes Art Show. Okay? So, any questions, just now?
Two things. One, just to clarify, one artist for that?
Yes.
One artist, okay. And the second thing I wanted to ask, is there any consensus among the group on what kind of a price range these venues sell best?
I was approached when I went to my first Art in the Park. And they looked at it and said, it's way too low for the detail. I said, well, what's a good level to be at? She said, starting out, you should be looking at $1 per square inch. So, you get a 11 by 14, it's about $135, plus if you frame it. But as you get better, you jack those prices back up. Called supply and demand. Okay?
Yeah, I kind of get that, but do like $3,000 paintings sell at these venues, or do $300 paintings sell?
Maybe 300 more than 3,000. Let's see, somebody, who was it, Joy, you put one for 20,000 on there?
I sold, the first time I was there, I sold a painting for 1,200, but he did knock me, I was selling it for 1,200, and he knocked me down to 950. I said, I won't fight about that, and then he bought another one.
There you go.
So
You can sell.
you can.
Yeah.
And I think the big ones that you put a lot of detail in, they're worth it. Don't make yourself.
Yeah, don't give them away.
Yeah,
Don't give them away.
Thank you.
See Alice next month. She's going to be sitting on one of these tables. She's going to have that same sign up list. We need to know the number of pieces that we're going to pay for. It's $5 a piece. Art in the Patio is nothing. but the Francis Wilson and the fruit patch, $5 a piece. $5, I mean, for the nature patch, you can put numerous paintings in. Okay? Thanks.
And I want to, just following on what Ted said about Francis Wilson, that's one of the things that I was going to be addressing here, because I had sent out a notice, and it was posted on our website, that we were going to be exhibiting there in December. There was a workshop recently in a church, happened to be looking at their bulletin board, and there was an announcement by an artist that she was having a one-woman show at the Francis Wilson Theater for Once Upon a Mattress in December, which was our date. So I ended up calling and talking to Drew, and he said, oh, our apologies, it was assigned to somebody else. Next available date was January, which Ted told you about, Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. I kind of like that one better than Once Upon a Mattress. There's some more things you could do with that one. But anyways, for those of you who thought we were going to be there in December, no, we're not. Denise, have you come up, please, for the workshops?
So I'm just going over the workshops one more time for anybody who doesn't know what they are. Joy's gel plate workshop, and not everybody may know what a gel plate is. I have one at home sitting on the shelf still in the package, but I haven't opened yet, so I'm going to that workshop. It's half full. She does have a limit on the amount of participants. That's November 3rd, so you do need to sign up today. You will get a gel plate at the workshop. And the nice part is, I have a little handout here in case everybody doesn't know what it is. It gives you these nice prints. And she just happens to be giving a little demo today on that. And that is November 3rd, Thursday, and it's a 4-hour workshop. The next one is Alcohol Ink by Jane Swank, and that's December 1st. You will complete 2 pictures, one on yellow paper and the other one on tile. And that is also a 4-hour workshop. The good news is she supplies everything for you. All you have to do is show up. The third one is Filling Fast and a Word of Warning. It's watercolor batik painting on rice paper, which is something a little bit different and new. New in that it was an old school thing that's now coming back and gaining a lot of momentum. But Mary Sylvia is giving that. It's limited to 10 people. And I'm going to tell you, many of you have come to that table and said, I don't have my checkbook, but I'm going to sign up. It's filling up fast, and she's limiting it to 10 people only. So it's whatever checkbook gets there first.
When is it? They're here. What's the date?
Yeah, no, the workshops aren't here. They're all at the Bay Shore Clubhouse. Baywood Clubhouse off alternate 19. If you sign up, there's a brochure and it gives you directions on how to get there.
What is the word?
Mary's is January 5th. Okay, also a Thursday. And I know that there's a little conflict with Studio 1212 that day, so may the best workshop win. I also put up this board, and I'm just thinking, forward thinking. If you have any workshop suggestions, maybe something new that you want to learn or would like, I'm going to try to get a little mix of all kinds of mediums again for next year. In anything that you would like to suggest, and if, of course, if there's many of the same, I'm going to kind of pick one. But I'm hoping to get a nice mix of things again set up for next year. And if there's any instructors, or if you want to be an instructor, you can sign up here. Or put down the name of somebody that you really would like to see be an instructor. Or an outside person. We had Melissa Miller-Niece, who gave a wonderful workshop on colored pencil. And I thought we were going to have like a 15-minute discussion and instruction. She gave almost an hour on the right colored pencils. I had watercolor pencils, I had the wrong pencils. But then we had somebody who brought 5 assortments of pencils, all of which were correct. But a colored pencil is not the same as a colored pencil. We learned that very quick. The other thing is that she went over all the different papers and all the different boards that you could put it on. And I was the lucky winner of the pad that she gave away. She had a lot of giveaways for you. So it was an hour at least of very good instruction of what to do, not only just using your colored pencils. And one of the other good exercises that she did was just an exercise, I'm going to say another 45 minutes on how to use the pencils. It's not just coloring. So it's all different pressures, how to apply, using the side of the pencil, the point of the pencil, burnishing, polishing, erasing, very, very different. So when you look at those colored pencil pictures and you wonder how did they do that? Wow. And of course, she had beautiful photographs that she did of people in water, and you look at it and you just wonder, wow, how did they do that? She had beautiful portraits, so she did pass around a lot of nice pieces that she did. She also advertised that she does have a portrait class going on in the workshop. Her workshops, a lot of time, I've attended a couple of them. They're 3-day workshops or 2-day workshops on a weekend. It's a marathon. I mean, you're there for like 6 or 7 hours. But again, a lot of giveaways, and she's just a wonder book of knowledge. She's really a great instructor. So if people went and would like her back next year, you can just pop down her name. And one that comes to mind for me would be Anita Wood. From the outside, she would be wonderful, and that lady does a lot of different things if she's here. I know she was out of the country back home for health reasons, but if anybody hears that she's back and you'd like to have her here, or you know of somebody else, please jot their name down. Looking for ideas. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, Kathy.
I just want you to know that we have a wonderful demonstration today, Joy. As you can see, she has all of this information over here about her gel plates and what she can do with them. I mean, it's mystifying to me, so I'm anxious to see it. And she is our demonstrator today, so stick around. And then next month, our demonstrator is Mary Silva. And she's going to be doing gallery glass painting. And that'll be different, something totally different. So be sure to go to the next meeting so you can see Mary. Okay, thank you.
Okay, next up is December luncheon. So yes, we're going to have a December luncheon. Where shall we have it? Well, you guys are going to decide because it's going to come down to cost. Alice checked today, she got the info, and if we decide to go back to Countryside Country Club, it is going to cost you $41 for lunch, and that's the buffet.
Right.
Cash bar, okay? Beth and I talked with Chef John here, who had our luncheon here in Kirk Hall for April, and he can pretty much do the same kind of thing for us at, it would be end up with gratuity and everything, $23 per person, and we can bring wine.
Wow.
Bring wine for you.
And he's going to play music. And he's going to pipe in music.
Oh, and he's going to pipe in music. And so, you know, there's true, this is not the country club. And, you know, but isn't it us together, you know, just enjoy one another's company and that sort of thing. So what I'm going to do is ask for a show of hands because it's people here present that's going to decide, do we go to the country club or do we come stay here at Kirk Hall? So all those in favor?
What's the price?
Yes.
Date?
What's the date? The date will be the second Thursday, our normal regular meeting in December.
What's the price?
So the price again would be Country Club, $41, for the luncheon, and then cash bar for wine. Kirk Hall would be $23. And we're going to bring wine. We are going to provide the wine. You don't need to bring anything, just show up.
There still will be the show, there'll be the art show, and there'll be grab bags and things.
And, right, so everything that we've done at the country club, we'll still do here. As Beth said, the grab bags, the gift bags, and we'll still have the during the artwork and that sort of thing, and prize raising ribbons. Any other questions before we do the vote?
I just was going to ask about space. Is there a number limit here, or do you feel it's fine?
In April, usually what we find is for the luncheons, we've had on an average of what, 45 people? About
We had
45.
55 last late April.
Should be fine.
And it was fine.
Yeah.
We all got a bit.
Before I ask for a show of hands. Okay, those who would like to go to the country club. Well, this looks unanimous. Okay, Kirk Hall. Okay, good deal. Wonderful, thank you very much.
You want to
You
be
did a really good job.
Do you want to listen to
Okay, so since we're going with Kirk Hall, Chef John suggested the following, so hopefully that's appealing to you, hopefully it is. He had salad with beets, seafood, some sort of seafood.
There's going to be a flounder or a haddock, I think.
Flounder or haddock, I didn't write that down. Chicken, and he'll have dessert. This will include, he said piccata, roast potatoes, flounder and rice, and then a veggie will be your specials. It would include dessert, and that's about it. Like I said, that would be it. Oh, dessert. No, I said.
Oh, dessert, that was.
Dessert. Okay.
Alice needs to you want to see if there's anybody here that would volunteer to help Alice with the grab bags and set up decorations?
So Alice is going to need some assistance in putting together gift bags, grab bags, and that's decorations for the table and everything else. Okay, good. Okay. We also, the exhibit committee needs to get a couple of judges. We need at least 2 judges for that. So, okay, right now Ted, we need 2 judges. And right now Ted is doing